And what's up, man?
What's going on?
Not much. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
I'm so excited for right now. We were talking about you yesterday. Now we're here hanging out together.
Yes. Awesome.
So you want to intro yourself to everybody who doesn't know you yet, and then we can dive into some fun introverted selling stuff?
For sure. My name's Ed. I live up here in Canada. It's dark here now. Snowing outside. Has been snowing for a little while. Been in the inner circle for just over a year. People used to call me the grilling meat guy. Now I'm transitioning to be the introverted entrepreneur guy, and just had my first webinar less than 24 hours ago, and excited to share about what happened there and see what else we can do to help, be the voice and the message for introverted entrepreneurs around the world. So
I'm so excited.
Make it happen.
That is too cool. I was so excited when I saw your text the other day that you're doing the webinar. Then anyway, so
Yeah.
you want to jump right into that right away? I'm now anxiously excited to hear what happened.
Sure. Do you want me to share my screen? Do you want me to tell you some numbers about how things went and what I did?
Yeah, whatever you got, whatever's the best way for you to show it is cool.
Sure. So let me share my screen.
I forget, the grilling business get sold, or is it being sold, or is it?
It's still in the process of being sold.
Do you have a buyer and all that kind of stuff, or you're still looking?
There's 2 buyers that are interested, and there's just a bunch of complications of things, but it'll be done. Most likely before the new year.
Cool.
Yeah, that'll be exciting.
That'll be good.
Okay, there's this little bar at the top of Zoom that always gets in the way of my browser. I'm sharing my screen. Okay. So I talked to Mandy like a week ago or 2 weeks ago. Somehow I ended up in Maui like 2 weeks ago on a 2-day decision that, hey, we're going to Maui, and ended up there. And our coaching call was on one of the days I was there.
Yeah, I was jealous.
You should be at the beach. Why are you talking to me?
He was at the beach talking to me.
I was at the beach talking to Mandy.
That's a gray item.
And I'm like, okay, no matter what, this is gonna happen. And I'm gonna get this out there, and I'm gonna start this, and it's gonna be before we meet today. So last night was before we met today.
You're the coolest. I love
it. Just real. So how I did this, so I put together an opt-in form, a registration form for the webinar.
You guys come check this out. Sorry, Steve's got to see this. This is the coolest thing ever. This is so awesome.
So when I was there at the Funnel Hackathon, you talked about take some ridiculous picture and put it there. So I found a picture.
I didn't know that would be the one.
Of me eating a burger.
There's some curiosity there. All right.
God.
Yeah, a little bit about what this is about. And my web class about, hey, how to create your profitable introvert business. So I'm creating this whole brand about being an introvert and being able to create a business the introvert way, and how to make it simple and how to make it fun. This is what the positioning I'm putting myself in, and saying, without needing to be a guru, stepping out of your comfort zone or doing what everyone else tells you to do. And then this was like this coming out thing that I positioned it as, hey, I'm coming out after 20 years to show you what I did. And then it's going to be juicy. So I connected it back with the burger picture.
That's the connection point back.
So if they read the whole thing, they'd get the idea of what the heck is this burger doing here? With the picture.
It'd be juicy.
I came up with these 3 secrets that I came up with at the FAT event. So why every other thing you've ever tried so far was created to make it fail, and the one thing that changes everything. How the gurus are not the only ones that can create a successful business, and in fact, most never really have. And why secretly listening to your family and friends can motivate you to success rather than failure. So these were stories about me that I had on my journey. So for many years, my dad asked me when I was going to get a job. And when I finally realized that, hey, if I just play to whatever was going on with him, he'd just go away. And eventually I went to his retirement party. By the time I retired from selling my first business, we retired together. I said, it took you 30 years. It took me only 15. So these were the stories that I had. The guru thing was about, hey, the introvert entrepreneurs are the ones that actually took over the world, including yourself, Russell. So I put in the PowerPoint, if I jump there, let me see if I can bring up most recent.
Top secret stuff.
In the top secret stuff folder.
They'll never look there.
Yes. No one will ever look there. So I went through secret number 2. Secret number 1 is about having shiny ball syndrome. Secret number 2 is about the monks on the gurus on the mountain and the love guru. And then there's these are the known introverts of the world that really took over and built the billion-dollar businesses. We know Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, Larry Page, Warren Buffett, Elon Musk, and Russell.
Yes, I made it in the list with those guys. Yeah.
You're on your way to your billion-dollar empire. I saw the latest Funnel Hacker TV about your private secret meetings.
Secret meetings to be televised live on our TV show.
Yes.
I'm the worst secret keeper ever.
Yeah. So I did that. So from the registration, here's the thank you page. I didn't do a video yet in my journey, but I threw this picture in there. This is from New Year's Eve a few years ago. Someone snapped a picture of me while I was sitting in my corner while everyone else was up dancing or something. I started a Facebook group, so this was a place where people could join in on in the Facebook group, and then created an ask campaign down here on the bottom to get some questions of, hey, what are people really looking for? Then from there, then I had a whole bunch of technical things, and thankfully for Steven's 6-hour marathon video of the create a funnel and let me show you how to create a funnel, I was able to fix all of them along the way. So then, oh yeah, thanks for the chocolates.
Yeah, chocolate.
So I made one post on my Facebook profile on the 13th, so the day before the webinar, saying, hey, this is what's going on. I got 138 people talking about it. I don't know, about 40 people or so commenting on it, and hey, it's about time. People I didn't even remember were my friends or hanging out. One person actually shared it, which is nice. And I had 57 people register for the webinar. And then I screwed up the way that Zoom links in, so actually nobody could actually get to the webinar. But thankfully I had the Facebook group, and Zoom sent out a reminder to people. So I had 8 people come to the webinar. Mm-hmm. 7 of the people stayed all the way to the end. It was 65 minutes or so of the webinar. Mm-hmm. But nobody bought, but that was fine. This was me, okay, I'm getting in, I'm in the game, I'm making this real, I'm telling the whole world, there's no turning back, and this is what it is. In the Facebook group, I got everybody really excited by calling them founding members of this movement that's happening and what we're going to do together. Where did I post that? And everyone started posting like crazy about who they were and what they're doing. Hey, this is it. Just from this one post and tagging everyone that came to join. So this is happening. It's real.
It has begun. The shot heard around the world.
And we're going to make it happen.
That's awesome, man. I'm proud of you. Good for you for just like getting it all busted out and done.
So I say I did I'll call it the imperfect webinar. I got as far as creating the webinar and the offer where I'm like, I don't know what to put together as a stack of things because I don't really have anything yet. So I took the stack out and put it actually an offer for, hey, join this program. I positioned the things based on what it cost me to create this business and what I got out of it after 2 years as revenue. And then use similar things for the price justification and things. So what might help me here today is a couple of things. One is some insights from yourself on how I could go about like getting more traffic and looking for places where I can find these people that would be interested in this. I use, again, what I already had. I built up from being on Facebook for like 10 years and networking with people and being in different groups and things like that around that help to get the people here. The other is how to think about building a stack of things when you don't have anything yet. So how can I, like different ways my brain could think about those things so I can create it and then come back and put it in here. And then another thing about this, like people are messaging me, asking me for the replay. One person messaged me saying, hey, I want to sell my brick and mortar business and go online. Do you do the coaching, or can you help me to shoot me on a path to do that? So these kind of things showed up from just, again, putting myself out there. I don't want to get too far spread about this, about, hey, look at all these things and get my own shiny ball syndrome showing up and things like that. But yeah, it's just fun to see that, hey, there's people there to support me. There's people there that are interested. And again, that this is real and it's going to happen.
So cool. Do you, in the webinar, do you show like the slides you showed when you were here at Inner Circle last, where you just showed like the business and going step by step what you did? Do you have that in this presentation?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I did that here. So I talked about what I did before, like where I came from. So my first business, I was wondering what to go on. Then I tried this network marketing business stuff. Then I read this book. Then I wrote this. Then I started a blog back in 2010. This is still online somewhere, so I found a picture of it. Then I talked about what happened to me over like 3 years' time. Then this happened. Then the company got sold. Then what did I do there? Which I really just spent a whole bunch of money and tried to do a whole bunch of things without really doing anything. But I figured out that, hey, I could sell these T-shirts. But then it ended up being this business that wasn't really a business, because every time a T-shirt, I'd have to make a new T-shirt every day until I found one that worked, and then, oh, that sucks. That one wore out, and now I have to start a new business again. Then from there, I talked about, okay, it's picking the one thing and doing the one thing and focusing on one thing that really made this happen. Started with the shirt, went to the brand. I went through similar to what I did at the Inner Circle meeting. Just what I did. Those were the results of what I did. Now what's possible now. Then I led into the secrets there with the first one. Talked about what happens to people when they have overload and what happened to me. So related back to part of the story I already told, and told another piece of the puzzle with the guru story and the success, relate also to my experience of all the people that are no longer around anymore that were around in this time that you probably can relate to as well. Yeah. There are a lot of people that were multi-million-dollar business owners, 7-figure, 8-figure people, and now they don't exist and just disappeared from the world. Maybe they're on the top of a mountain or something, but it's not what it's all about. And hey, these are the people that really make it happen. It's all us introverts that are actually the people that make business success and make these billion-dollar businesses.
That's awesome.
Then from here, as I said, I told the story of my own experience with my dad always telling me to get a job, even trying to get me a job, and headhunters telling me that I'm unemployable, but my dad's still not believing, and eventually finding the place where I retired at the same time he did. He finally found a place where, hey, this could be some success. So finding the place where you and your family and your friends can actually connect and have a positive impact is better than just screwing around and worrying about, hey, these people are putting me down and making me feel bad. Just keep going and just keep moving.
Mm-hmm.
Then I went through re-emphasized the 3 secrets again. Then I started into the pitch. So, hey, what if I showed you something that works? I even used some of your pictures that you had there.
My favorite redhead girl.
So I introduced what this course was that I made up this week. I think still needs a little bit of work.
Did you tell me you made it up this week?
Yes.
I totally made this up. It's not even done. But here's what it is.
Like, I made it up on Monday. That's where the pieces of it, but I was still changing around some of the pieces and talking with my wife about it like half an hour before the webinar. I'm like, does this really get you excited if I talk about this? Or this is what I'm going to do in this module. This is what I'm going to do in this piece. So
that's cool.
This was the piece of the puzzle. So a 6-week course.
So my question on the course is like, after the presentation, then I'm like, okay, cool. Like, what's the business model you're going to put them in? You know what I mean? Like, do you have a specific, like, we're going to do e-commerce funnel like the way you did it, or is it more generic?
Yes, that's how I talked about it. So how
cool.
Yeah. And then basically this works for anyone who wants to actually take the action and do whatever it takes to make it work.
Mm-hmm.
That was this. And some people already had businesses that were in the e-commerce space. So that's where I used this slide. I just liked this slide, so I kept it in there. It's one of my favorite movies.
You can do it.
And I also said, like, everything's about being simple and having fun. I'm like, I like to have fun, so I just threw this in here so we can have some fun.
I love it.
And
on the offer, you just have the one piece, and that's kind of all it's there so far.
Yeah,
so
that's all that's there so far.
Okay.
And then at the end, going through again, similar to what you had there with the guarantees. Would you be willing to do? Here's what you get because you're here now. So my question is, how? Again, this just starting. It's brand new. This week before Monday, none of these things existed, except in like notes in my paper and a little bit in my head. But now it's real. It's happened. It's out there. People are excited.
Yeah.
And more people will be. And okay, what can we do to keep the momentum going and make it even bigger? Or do we need to make it bigger now? Should we wait till later? These are like the things that are in my mind.
So I think the base thing you've got a really good start on this, but finishing out the offer, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Is really the key. And so in my mind, as I'm listening to this, like I just remember when we were sitting in the inner circle room and like you did your little presentation showing like, this is my business model. And you're just like, so matter of factly, like,
yes,
I did this picture here. And then and everyone was like, what? I'm totally overthinking, you know, like that feeling everybody had.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm hoping you do that same thing here. Cause that was like the best part of just like, oh my gosh, this is easier. It doesn't require me to like, you know, all this kind of stuff. So then when you come back to the offer, like that's the vehicle that people want to be in. Then you're just saying like the best business is the e-commerce business. First you gotta have this, like all the pieces of it.
Mm-hmm.
So like if this is mine, I'd be thinking like, like I'm putting these people into a business, like what's everything they need if they're going to be in business? Because even if they have a business, it's some other thing they're probably doing. They're going to be coming into your new vehicle, right? Your thing.
Yeah.
And so I'm thinking like, what fears would I have and false beliefs would I have around that? Like I'd be afraid of like, I don't know how, like I'm saying if I was to start a barbecuing business like you, because that's where their mind's going to go because that's what you said. So they're all thinking they're starting a barbecue business, right? In fact, make sure in your sell contract, you have the right to talk about this. Because you hate to lose that anyway, just throwing that out. But
yeah.
But that I'd be like my fears would be like, well, I don't know. First off, what products actually sell? I don't know where to get them. I don't know how to get them, how much to get them. Like, what's my like? Those would be all the fears to be coming to me. And that's what I would want you to train me on. I was like, hey, look, this is the deal. The first thing is it's really hard to find the right product. A lot of people have e-commerce stuff. Like there's 400,000 Shopify people, right?
Yes.
And most of them don't make any money, but there are a group make a lot. So how do you know which one's the right business to start versus the wrong? Like, well, in fact, I'm curious. So what was the reason why you picked grilling? Was there a reason outside of that just it worked? I'm guessing you had some kind of data or something that backed you before you started.
Oh, for me, it was because of the T-shirt.
Oh, because that worked good.
I was selling T-shirts.
So you tell people like step one, the model, we're gonna test 10 T-shirts and see which one's the hottest first.
Yeah.
So they isn't like, okay, so first thing I'm going to give you access to our T-shirt printing shop and the logo designers we have, because that's the first thing is you got to test with the T-shirt before you go deep.
Mm-hmm.
Then number two is now you got a T-shirt. Now you got to find the manufacturers that match, and like that's what I would be wanting to know. Because if I'm seeing this, I'm freaking out. Like I don't know how to do T-shirt. I don't know how to do logo design. I don't know how to. Those are all the fears in their head. So you just got to take all that away from them.
Okay.
And like market research, step one. You're launching a T-shirt company. So module number one is T-shirt secrets, and we're going to show you how to source some logo. Blah, 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 blah. In fact, I'm going to show you my 5 best places to get logo designers done for under $100. It means your first T-shirt campaign go live for under whatever. So it's like now we figure out the market. Number two, now this is the hot market. Like now we have to find out what are the other products these people want to buy. And so the next thing that I'm going to show you, my secret. I'm guessing China's where you got your stuff, right? My secret Chinese sources that show you.
Yeah.
Because those are the things that like. That's what gets people to buy is like, I can go figure this out on my own. So he's giving me kind of a blueprint. Like I know what to do, but I don't know how to do it. Like, I don't know how to get that logo on a T-shirt and then in front of people. Like I don't know how to do it. You know what I mean? So it's like, you just showed them the what. So now I'm going to show you how to, like all this stuff, how to do each piece of this. Because all these things, like, would you be stressed out if you had to launch a T-shirt company tomorrow? Absolutely. And how about a grilling, like
anything?
That's the biggest fear is like, I don't know. Yeah. I conceptually understand how to do it.
Yeah.
What to do now.
Okay.
And so that'd be my first thing is like the training. I would go really specific in each of these different pieces. Like that's what the training is going to cover. Then it's like the next thing. The second thing is that a lot of you guys are freak out because you don't know how to have a funnel. Like the process, like that's the hard part. Even if you are a techie person, you probably built in WordPress something stupid, but I use this thing called ClickFunnels, and I will actually give you my funnel. All you do is take out my little grilling dude, throw in your whatever dude, and like now you got the funnel. Like it's so simple. I will give you my funnel. Yeah. Made of $1.4 million. You just got to copy and paste in your images. Now, boom, you're in business that fast.
Yeah.
That'd be like the second part of the thing. So you got the training, then you got the funnel. Then they got to buy ads, right? So it's like, then I'd have like the ed version of
the super simple. Like, here's the stuff, buy it now.
Yeah. Here's how to do, like, you could go listen to all these people, like all the extroverts courses and go through 85 modules of how to drive a Facebook ad, or there's only 3 buttons that we actually use as introverts. We use this one. I'm going to show you how to use them, when to use them, or whatever, like you think like it's your version of traffic. Cause that's the thing is like, hey, I got a store, but I don't know how to get people now. So it's like the third thing, like how you actually get traffic. I think the next sexy thing would be like, if you did a module on like how to actually sell the business.
Mm-hmm.
Because you sold, how many businesses have you been involved in the selling of them?
What's that?
How many businesses have you actually sold?
This will be the second one.
Yeah, because like part of me is like your whole like retiring before your dad is like the coolest story ever. And be like, look, most of us like we're not in this business. It's not like the extrovert business where you're trying to get your face out there and be famous. Like we just want to make money. So it's like this thing's kind of like flipping houses. Like you put it together, you figure out what works, you make some money, and then you flip it. And like.
Yeah.
I for this, I flip this one for this. Like, so I'm gonna show you like after this thing's running, you can either keep running it and have the goose that lays golden eggs, or you can kill the goose, cash out, get a big paycheck. Yep. And hopefully your paycheck will come by the next time you do this webinar, and you can be like, in fact, check out this paycheck. Maybe you can't do that, but if you could.
Yes.
Because that would be sexy. Now
Yeah.
you've got the training on all the what to do's. Then you've got the funnel. Then you've got the traffic. Then you got how to sell a business. It's like there's one more.
There's one other piece of how to get somebody else to run it for you.
Yes.
So right now I spend like to just keep it running right now. I spend, I don't know, like 15 minutes a day. That's it. Like to do more things with it and to help it grow, that's more strategic things and that takes time. But to just keep it running and operational with the two guys that run it for us, it's like 15 minutes a day.
Are they extroverts by chance?
Nope.
Oh, dang it. Can you pretend like they are?
Sure.
Be like, I'm sure you get two extroverts to run this whole thing for you so you can go back and just play video games or whatever you want to do, right?
Yep.
Like those extroverts that teased you in high school, now you own them.
Yes. Now they're your employees. They're your minions now.
Yeah,
We're their minions and now they're yours.
Yes. I show like the minion picture. That'd be so awesome. So I would make that number 4 then, because that's part of this whole system. And then number 5 is now you flip the business. Because some of you guys, you want to do one of these a year and just spend the time building it, get it automated, flip it, and then do it again. And so that becomes like a sexy offer. Where now it's just like, holy cow, I know what to do, I know how to do it. I got the website I need, I got the traffic I need, I got people running it for me. And if I want to sell it, say I know how to flip it for big paychecks. Like, holy crap, that's a really good offer now.
Awesome.
That's when people will be like, okay, that covers all the fear and all those kind of things. Anyway, and then
right on.
I think that's about it. And then when that's done, there's like the ad stuff we got. I mean, that's kind of secondary. That won't be that hard. Like when the webinar works, then there's a lot of ways to start scaling the ad side of things.
Mm-hmm.
Like the biggest thing is just fleshing out the offer is pretty much
that's a piece I believe I'm missing right now.
Yeah.
And then putting the other pieces of the webinar and like the setup for the webinar and things like Stacy was talking about the indoctrination videos. I took those parts out because I didn't have them right now. Having some kind of video that comes after saying, hey, yeah, thanks for signing up for the webinar, blah, blah, blah. So putting the rest of the pieces there to fill it out. But
maybe even go, so to keep your movement going, like what if you did this? What if you went back, because it's going to take you a while to build out these other pieces, right? And, but you don't want to lose momentum with your existing people or yourself or anything. Like, what if you came back to this initial group and said, hey guys, just so you know, like this was my first dry run. I thank you guys so much for registering. What I want to do is I want to invite you guys to actually go through this program with me for free. Because we want to make some success stories. Like you kind of see what it is. And in fact, I made the offer even better. Here's all the stuff we're going to learn. Like how many of you guys want to be part of this and get them to kind of re-opt into it and then use that to like start doing a couple of the live trainings just so that it'll force you to like actually do it. And then time to start like getting the framework of this in place. And then you're not far away from like, however long that takes, a couple weeks, whatever, to like now the webinar's ready, it's live to launch, it's got some more things, and you launch it. Now you've got an active community of people and they're coming in, they're seeing all these other people doing stuff.
Yes.
And now it's like that, that momentum that just keeps picking up and running,
Awesome.
So
that's cool.
This is so exciting.
I'm excited.
I'm excited for you, man. This is so cool.
It's like the beginning of a whole new life. A whole new
life as an extrovert. Is that what you really want?
Somebody asked me that was on the webinar. It's like, are you sure that was the first webinar you ever did? I said, well, no, I did one other one before in July of 2011.
Yeah, we're not counting that one. That's amazing. Dang. Awesome. Any questions on the offer part at all or anything?
No.
No,
I'm sure I'll listen to the video a few times back and take some written notes and things and put some together and
Awesome. Yeah, and Vox me if you have any questions or follow through on any of those pieces at all or how to package it or anything for sure as well.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, so I have it started, it's real, it's here. Any other introverts out there that want to join the party? Have fun.
I love it, man. I'm so proud of you. It's so fun to see this moving forward. So cool. By the way, for everyone listening who wasn't there, like we had no idea when he's up there like explaining his whole the whole grilling business, and we're like having notes also we can help him with. We're like all excited. He's like, but I'm selling that business and I want to do this other thing. And we're like, what? Anyway, it's so funny. It like threw us all for a loop, but it's like the coolest thing ever. So I'm loving it. It's fun seeing it come to fruition now. It's gonna be so cool.
Yeah. I saw a recording of the presentation I did. Myron Golden, he took a recording of it. I'm like, wow, I didn't know that that's what I was actually talking about. Like, that's awesome.
So that could be an indoctrination, but take out just the piece where you're explaining your business model and be like, I was in a group with like some of the top entrepreneurs in the world, and I just want to show you one thing. It blew their mind. Like, they all freaked out when they saw how simple this is. I want you to see this. And they show that clip. Even if it's like grainy or like a phone, like, it's even better because it's kind of like this underground video.
Yeah. It's a phone like that's off to the side and not in the center. And because I think he was sitting like 2 people down from you, so it's kind of on the side, and you can see part of the crowd. And
Oh, I think use that as like a bootleg video you got of just that clip of you explain the business model. Like, get on the webinar, I'm gonna show you the rest how this works. And like, they were all freaked out. You're gonna be freaked out too. And even if that was the thank you page, like that just gets them. Anyway, I think that would be so like curiosity driven that it would drive me nuts. I'd have to like.
Yes, awesome. I think I just need to say these things out loud to people. That these things happen, like this stuff comes out. Like sitting here in the snow in the north part of the world doesn't always help. You still have to talk to people
every once in a while.
Yeah.
That's too cool. Awesome. Any other question on how we can help you with?
I don't have any other ones right now. I appreciate you guys. Thanks a lot, Mandy, for listening to me over the last so many months to make this happen. Thank you also for throwing the introvert thing on the table at the last Inner Circle meeting, being part of this journey. And thanks for the chocolates. My family loves them.
Awesome. Melanie said you're welcome. I totally did it.
My daughter's yelling in the background. Yes, she does.
Awesome. Very cool. Okay, well, thanks, man. Appreciate you. Inbox me with any questions along the way.
I sure will.
Okay,
I'll
talk
keep you updated on the progress and ask you any questions. Thanks again.
Awesome. I love it.
Take care, guys.
See ya.
See you, Mandy.
Bye.
Cheers.